Good evening, friends. Sam here with Sacred Oak Temple in Edmonton, Alberta. Today's full moon ritual on July 3rd, 2023 is centered on the ideas of community and nation. We want to begin by acknowledging that we're located on Treaty 6 territory. Today we connect ourselves to this place, and we introduce ourselves to the goddesses and the gods of the Cree, the Dene, the Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and the Métis people, to that river, to this sky, and to the wind that blows across the plains from the mountain. I offer tobacco now to the spirits of this land, and I ask for their permission to be here and help to come to belong here. As we prepare to enter sacred space, I'd like you all to take 3 deep breaths and hold them for a second and then release them. With the first breath, we are here in our bodies. With the second breath, we reach down to the earth and up to the sky. And with the third breath, we reach out to the others in our circle and we connect ourselves to them. And now we're prepared to be in sacred space. As I said, this ritual will be talking about nation and community. I'm going to begin by casting the circle now, and I'd like you to follow along with me at home. This is a place that is not a place, in a time that is not a time, halfway between the worlds of gods and mortals. This is a place that is all places, a time that is eternity, where gods and mortals come together. And this is a place that is our home, a time that is our lives, where we can be greater than we thought. And now I'll turn to each direction, and I'd like you to follow along and do the same in your space at home. As we breathe in the air, we gain the power to see. Welcome, air. As the fire warms us, we gain the power to take a chance. Welcome, fire. As the water connects us, we can feel what others feel and create a shared dream. Welcome, water. As the earth gives us the material with which to act, we have strength and the foundation of understanding, and welcome to the earth. And center. As the Spirit calls us to open our eyes and our hearts, we are moved to act rightly in the world. And welcome to the Spirit. Reflecting on community and nation. This was prompted by the fact that Canada Day, the anniversary of the founding of the nation of Canada, was just a few days ago, and tomorrow is the American Independence Day. It's good for us to think about what a nation and what a community is, and to ask for the blessings of the gods on our vision. A group of people becomes a community when we agree that we are, for whatever reason, that we agree that we are linked to each other, that we have face-to-face, and it's made real through personal contact. We may have an agreed upon origin story or a shared history. Communities like family and home, it's part of our identity as human beings. And an energy is attracted to make the idea more and more real as people act as though it were a real thing. People feel responsible to and for others in their community. And a nation is a larger and more diffuse community. It's also made real, but it's made real through institutions rather than personal relationships. A nation, remember, is an idea. It is not an object. It's an imagined relationship. It's not a concrete fact. A group of people are a nation when we agree that we are. We may speak a common language. We may live together in a common territory, believe in an origin myth and a shared history. We may dress and eat, worship, and govern ourselves in particular ways. We believe that we are naturally part of a nation, but in reality, nations are made in time and space and through the actions of individuals. So, our communities and our nations, they create obligations, a shared karma. Those who are born into a nation have a natural destiny there, and those who adopt a nation as our home include ourselves by spiritual and psychic heredity in that obligation to bring through the nation a special contribution to the world of humanity. What any nation owes the world is a peculiar and unique accomplishment. Sameness cannot give what difference provides. We are called to live together. And when a nation does not live up to its national karma or its ideals, it needs to be changed. Each country has a different dharma, a different duty or destiny or ideal. They differ as different species differ, through whom the same life operates, but with different aims. There's a strong current right now in the larger culture in the West to define nations as absolute things that have always been white, Christian, conservative, and ruled by straight men, by saying that the true nature of countries is exclusive. This is not true now, and it cannot be true in the future. Minorities, including religious minorities, must remind ourselves that a nation is an idea, not a thing. It's an agreement among people, not an objective fact outside of culture and history, and we must refuse to limit what we can become together. In a monotheistic worldview, one cannot truly include multiple religions and cultures and languages in a single society, finding connection and inclusion rather than exclusion. But we're polytheists. In our hearts and in our actions, we know the intuitive and inclusive reality of equally true but different beings who are fluidly connected and interpenetrating, and a nation that can be formed in difference and curiosity about one another. The critical moment to make the changes is always now and here. Ending cruelty, living for justice, being kind, always now. And finding ourselves in a relationship to the land where we live, with art as an expression of the spirit of this land. This design or form of our country is its character, which is reflected in the appearance, speech, action, and thought of our people. Let's take a moment now to journey together. Listen to my voice. Relax. Let's journey now to where we want to live. A community where everyone has a place to live, enough food, good health care. A community, a place where black and white and brown people live beside each other and our children play together. Let's name that place. Name it with the name of our city, Edmonton, our state or prefecture or province, Alberta, with the name of our country, Canada. That's the place where we will live, where our children will live. It's not far away in some heaven. It's here on earth. It will be here where we now live. when you see that place. Today, we celebrate hearth and home and community and country with the goddess Hestia. Hestia is the center of the earth, the center of a home, and our personal center. The hearth is the heart of the home, the sanctuary place where quarrels and fights are not found. She's also the heart of the city, the province, and the country. And by rekindling the hearth fire of Hestia, we reawaken our community and renew the center of our lives. She's found wherever our family and our community has its center. What matters to Hestia is not the individual, but the we that is made up by all individuals who share a life and feed one another. Her quiet power is based in generosity, in sharing food and drink, in the great virtue of hospitality. Please take a candle now and light it with me. Let this fire that burns here represent the hearth fire that warms our homes and cooks our food. Even more, let every individual flame be the same fire that burns in the hearths of all of our homes, and that warms and sustains our communities wherever we may be. Let this hearth fire bring a community together around it, in circles from our families, through our city or region, through our country to all of planet Earth. The hearth warms all who share in it, and our non-human relatives as well. And now I offer aromatic herbs to her. Rosemary, and sage, and basil. And I say the ancient prayer of the Orphic Mysteries. Queen Hestia, daughter of time, mistress of the ever-burning fire, may you hallow the initiates of these rites and grant them unwithering youth, riches, prudence, and purity. You are the home of the blessed gods, eternal, many-shaped, beloved, and grass-yellow. Smile, O Blessed One, and kindly accept these offerings. Waft upon us prosperity and gentle-handed health. May Hestia bless Canada as it can be. May she bless the United States as it can be. By the power of 3 times 3, as we say it, so mote it be, so mote it be, and so mote it be. It's time to bless and share food and drink. It is not we who bless food and drink, but they who bless us. For in their nature they nourish our bodies, and when we share them, we create community. So it was in ancient times, and so it is today, and so as we go into the future. May you never thirst. And may you never hunger. Have something to eat and something to drink with me, and share food and drink with whoever's in your circle. Offer some of your food and drink to the gods to thank them for their presence. I offer thanks to the divine mysteries, the goddesses and gods that are revealed and concealed in the workings of the world and in our lives. To the center, thank you for the ability to act, to make our dreams, hopes, and plans real. We receive the blessings of the center of the Spirit. Thank you to the north for solid reality and grounding. We close the door of the north now with thanks to the earth. Thank you for courage. We close the door of the west with thanks to the water. Thank you for focus and determination. We close the door of the south with thanks to the fire. Thank you for knowledge and awareness. We close the door of the east with thanks to the air. We will go on together, we will support each other, and we will build community and nation. Take a deep breath, hold it, and release it. And again. As the sun rises in the morning and the world is covered in light, so that we may see where we are and where we are going, in the same way, the heart, the mind, and the soul, they open up, and we reach for the light of understanding, and we connect to the infinite, reflected in each other. Take a deep breath, and release. The circle is open, yet unbroken. And merry meet, and merry part, and merry meet again. Dear friends, although we intend to begin meeting in person again, we have set no firm date for that. However, we will continue to offer new and full moon rites here. The next new moon rite will be on the 17th of July at 7 p.m. And I'll see you then. Blessed be.